NASCAR day practice is complete here from IMS. But before we get into what happened on the track at IMS, we're going to talk about the obviously devastating news that happened in the NASCAR world. Of course, we're mainly focused on IndyCar, but this made national headlines in the racing world, and really, I would say, global headlines. The stunning passing and death of Kyle Busch that happened just yesterday evening. Came out of nowhere. Still don't know the exact reason why, but we know he fell ill due to some sort of illness, and he passed away. Of course, being here at the Indy 500, there are several drivers who have had the chance to interact with Kyle Busch throughout the years, and after today's practice. We talked to two of them who have been affected by him in different ways. Kyle Kirkwood met him as a child, and Catherine Legg got to know him over the last few years in NASCAR.
It would have been my second race that I think I ever went to, and it was a NASCAR race. My first race I ever went to, I think it was 2004. It was the Coke 400 Daytona. My second race was Texas Motor Speedway. I think it was 2006, maybe, and that was where I got the signature from him. And yeah, that was the first professional racer that I think I met from all forms of motorsports, right? And I remember I got that signature, and for many years, and still to this day, I still have that hat. I still have it with my trophies at my house. But I remember that moment, like, kind of really turned me on to racing, and I thought it was one of those moments like I'm never going to wash my hand again, you know, like. And I think I was probably 7 years old or something like that, and I fell in love with motorsports kind of after that, and then meeting a few other guys and falling in love with IndyCar. But that was like one of the first moments that I got around professional motorsports, or professional cars, I should say. And yeah, he in a way he turned me on to motor racing and wanting to move forward from karting.
I am devastated for Sam and the kids. He and Samantha were two of the nicest drivers to me, welcoming me to the series. A lot of the drivers don't even say hi, but they took the time to get to know me and give me some help and advice, and I would class them as friends now. And so it's desperately sad. It's also one of those things where you try not to think about it or let it in, because you got so much to do that you can't let yourself get emotional. But honestly, racing has lost one of the greatest drivers, in my opinion, of all time. If you look back at the history and just, he was a legend, and I think there's a lot of shock regarding it because he was so young and so healthy, and so it's almost unbelievable, right? Like, it just bangs home the fact that life is so unfair.
At Indy, our condolences go out to Kyle Busch and his family here on Pit Pass Live. Once again, just devastating to hear. We know here at IMS, at the 500 on Sunday, for lap 18 on the pylon here, they're going to show a special commemorative graphic to remember Kyle Busch, who, of course, won the Brickyard 400 twice at IMS in his career as well. So although he never became an IndyCar driver and never got to do the 500, which he wanted to do, he's somebody who has still made an impact here in Indy and here at IMS. Once again, condolences to his family. Moving on to what happened on track today, of course, the big storyline. Everybody wants to know what is going on with Alex Rossi. We know he got cleared yesterday, but as far as what does it look like, how is he going to drive? Rossi got in 48 laps, which was the second least of anybody on track. That's something that slightly concerns me. I don't know how much of a big deal it'll be, but I'm curious to see if he can get 200 in on Sunday. But I got a quick minute to catch up with him and a few others after things ended in practice today.
How are you feeling, first of all, and what was it like just get back in the car?
I feel fine. It was good. It was really important that it didn't rain today for obvious reasons, and the 20-car crew did an amazing job to just as good as one man.
Do you feel pretty good 200 laps with the injury right now?
Yeah.
How does the brace feel?
What?
How's the brace feel?
It feels different, but it feels fine.
Is it comfortable? Is it uncomfortable? Like,
great,
are you
man.
all right with
good
it?
to go. Yeah.
Just the excitement, obviously, 2 days away from a 500. What's that like as a driver year after year?
Yeah, man, it never gets old. This place is magical. So many different reasons, and if we can do something pretty cool on Sunday, it'll be one hell of a story.
The 20 crew getting a lot done in a short amount of time. How did it feel out there?
Yeah, it felt great. I think we kind of had to restart the month, what we would usually do on the first day, and just evaluate everything and make sure that all the boxes were ticked. But the team did a phenomenal job. The car feels great. The speed's what it needs to be, and good shout out. So,
what's the weirdest message? I'm sure a lot of fans have come up to you about all this week. What's it been like just this week around here?
I haven't really been here, dude. I've been in hospital.
I know.
So.
I know this race is different where you don't want to do a lot of lifting and braking, but have you thought at all ahead to next week if that's something you'll be able to do at Detroit?
I'm racing, dude.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, let's go.
So again, want to see if Rossi can hold up. He will be racing in Detroit next week, which is a good sign, but I want to see how he holds up for this, huge endurance race. I also got to talk to Pato O'Ward a little bit, and he just talked about his car. He said, look, over the next 2 days, we do need to change a bit of everything. He got in the car. He didn't feel that it felt bad, but Pato did talk about just having to make sure everything was right with that backup car going into Sunday's race. For Sunday's race, if you look at the leaderboard today, P1 and P2, two guys that aren't necessarily starting near the front of the pack, Joseph Newgarden in P1, Christian Rasmussen in P2, and I think those are two drivers to watch on Sunday because of what they can do on ovals, how easily they make passes. We saw it with Joseph Newgarden last year in this race. We saw it with Christian Rasmussen on some short ovals between Milwaukee last year and even earlier this year in Phoenix. Those two guys are kind of going to be, I don't want to use the word reckless, but I'll say it. They're going to be somewhat reckless at the very least come Sunday when trying to make those passes. It'll be about can they be smart with those passes, find them at the right time, and just knowing when and when not to make those passes. But I would expect both of them to really have a real shot to get toward the front pretty early on Sunday and maybe win this race. So that'd be something for both of them. Of course, with Newgarden, it would be his third in 4 years. With Rasmussen, it would be his first Indy 500 and only second win in his IndyCar career. So I'm excited for that. Pit Pass Live, the full live show on Sunday, 8 to 10 a.m. will be over there in Gasoline Alley on the IndyStar YouTube page, IndyStar.com, and the IndyStar Facebook page. Got some good guests. Of course, Doug Bowles will be on. We'll talk to Mike Shank as well. We'll get Santino Ferrucci and Kyle Collette together from that AJ Foyt racing team, and Tony Kanaan, of course, now the team principal at Arrow McLaren, will join us on Pit Pass Live. It'll be me and Nathan Brown hosting throughout the way, with some other IndyStar guests as well, hopefully being there too. So please tune in. It'll be a good time. Last thing to hit on is the weather. We're all kind of concerned about what it'll look like, depending on when you look, where you look, and who you ask. It's coming in the middle of the race at like 2 o'clock. Some people think it could come pre-race and how that'll affect things. We saw that last year with the delay last year as everybody was just kind of sitting and waiting for those sprinkles to end that we saw last year. But I think there is a somewhat decent chance that for the third year in a row, this race is at least slightly delayed. Obviously, the 4-hour delay was the big one 2 years ago. But I think there's a chance that we don't get that 12:45 green flag that we're hoping for. Obviously, I'm hoping for a 12:45 green flag. I think everybody wants everything to go smoothly and on time. But for sure, something to watch out for if you're coming to IMS on Sunday. Bring your umbrellas, bring your ponchos, just in case. But once again, live show, 8 to 10 a.m. on Sunday on Pit Pass Live. Tune in, and thanks for watching all throughout the month of May.